Safely managing used nuclear fuel in Canada. Can-do fuel bundles consist of ceramic pellets containing uranium, placed within pencil-like tubes made of zircaloy, with 28 to 37 tubes welded together to form a bundle. Canada has accumulated about 2 million used fuel bundles since the beginning of its nuclear electricity generating program in the early 1970s. Stacked like cordwood, all of these could fit into 6 NHL-sized hockey rinks, from the ice surface to the top of the boards. After approximately 18 months in a can-do reactor, used fuel bundles are removed and placed in water-filled pools for 7 to 10 years to reduce their heat and radioactivity. The fuel bundles are then transferred by remote control underwater into large concrete and steel dry storage containers. The dry storage containers are moved using a specially designed vehicle from the reactor building to a nearby facility on site where they are welded shut. The containers are then placed in licensed facilities at the nuclear generating stations. This storage is considered interim and is not meant to be permanent. Canada's plan for the long-term management of used nuclear fuel has as its endpoint a deep geological repository hosted by an informed and willing community. The centralized facility will require a land area of approximately 2 kilometers by 3 kilometers. Surface buildings to receive and package the used fuel will use a small portion of the total site. After they arrive at the central facility, used fuel bundles will be placed in copper and steel containers that are designed to last at least 100,000 years and manufactured to protect against corrosion and to withstand the pressure of glaciers with an ice sheet over 2 kilometers thick. The repository will be constructed approximately 500 meters below ground, depending on the geology of the site itself. It will take up a space about 1/3 the size of the surface land. Once delivered underground, the containers will be transferred along a network of horizontal tunnels to rooms excavated in stable rock. They will be placed in boreholes drilled into the floor or within the excavated tunnels themselves. The sealed containers will be further protected by a barrier of swelling bentonite clay. The final and principal barrier between the used fuel and the surface environment will be the surrounding host rock. Adaptive phased management provides for the used fuel to be monitored for an extended period of time to confirm the long-term safety and performance of the repository system. And it will remain retrievable until a future generation, perhaps 100 years or more from now, decides to backfill and seal off access to the repository and decommission the facility.